8 months pregnant Cassie Ventura on the stand today, describing a complicated and abusive relationship with Diddy Combs that began when she was 21. He controlled a lot of my life, Ventura said, calling Combs a scary person. Ventura testifying that they had violent arguments where he would mash my head, knock me over, drag me, kick me. She said a few months into their relationship, Combs suggested hiring an escort to have sex with her while he watched. My stomach churned, Ventura said. I was confused, nervous, but also loved him very much and wanted to make him happy. Combs called these choreographed sexual encounters freak-offs. Ventura today detailing how she and Combs would stay awake for days, taking drugs and having sex with strangers. She said at one point they happened weekly. The freak-offs became a job and there was no space to do anything else, she said. Ventura said she was often the one who hired the escorts, who were paid up to $6,000. She described how Combs' security and staff were always around, bringing supplies to freak-offs, including baby oil and drugs. Ventura testified that the freak-offs made her feel disgusting and humiliated, but she says she feared Combs would become violent if she said no. His eyes would go black, she said, and the version I knew of him was no longer there. Prosecutors showing the jury this video obtained by CNN showing Combs beating Ventura in the hallway of a hotel after she says she tried to leave a freak off. When asked how many times he'd thrown her like that, Ventura said too many to count.
She has to give us the circumstances. Who directed these sex acts to happen? How did she feel when they were happening? Did she want them to occur? Were they against her will? Those are all the elements that the prosecutors are going to have to prove to make their case.
Combs is charged with 5 counts, including sex trafficking and racketeering. Lawyers for the music mogul acknowledge he's engaged in violent behavior and drug use, but say the acts at the center of this case were all consensual. Several of Combs' family members were again in court today, including his mother. At one point, Combs gesturing towards them with his hands shaped as a heart.
And Chloe, you were in the courtroom today. What were Ventura and Combs' demeanor?
Lester, Combs was visibly nervous. At one point during Cassie's testimony, he re-entered the courtroom and he looked over at his family and his eyes widened and he let out a visible sigh. And as for Ventura, she was very emotional. She was crying on the stand when reminiscing about the relationship, and she's set to testify again tomorrow. Lester?
Chloe Melas tonight. Thank you.